I don't think it's really fair to... I don't know, I don't think it's fair to, like, excuse some games from this standard and not others.
Right.
That's all I was saying. Because there's a lot of games that we like that are annoyingly difficult that we put up with because we really like it. Now, for me with Dark Souls, to be completely honest, it's actually not even about the gameplay, it's more about the world.
Right.
Like, I like the world of Dark Souls a ton. And I enjoy the gameplay. Like, I like it. But I actually play them more to, like, explore and make characters and stuff.
Right.
I think that some of these old side-scrollers are harder to have patience for because they, you know, don't have some of those elements that can make you feel more attached to it. Like, I like Samus, but I do think there's something to be said of, oh, I made this character and I walked them through every challenge.
Right.
You know, I think that that also helps with having, patience for bullshit, is kind of what I was getting at.
Right. Hey, we have Wario.
I do think these are good games.
They're just annoying.
Yes. And I think, oh, is that Ridley?
Yeah.
Hey, Ridley Scott.
Hey, it's Ridley Scott.
Did you know Ridley was actually named partially after Ridley Scott because the inspiration for Metroid 1 was Alien 1.
Did like the creators of this game just
Rip off Alien?
like they literally just watched Alien, got like a big hard on, and were like, let's make that game.
Kind of. Actually, kind of. I mean, yes and no, because like it was designed by the feeling of Alien.
Like feeling aliens?
Yeah, like touching them.
Right.
But there's really no similarities in terms of like there's no xenomorph
Right.
or anything.
Well, there's a Ridley.
Right. There is a
So we have to go there. Okay.
So you know what I'm going to tell you that's really going to annoy you?
Okay.
I could be wrong on this, but I think that in the original game there is no waypoint that tells you where to go at all.
Really?
Yes.
Like, so this is just a thing in the remaster?
Yes, I am pretty sure that in the NES game, they would not tell you where the next boss is.
That is really stupid.
Yes. And that is the stuff that I don't have patience for in the old ones. And I am concerned for playing Super Metroid that might be a thing.
Yeah, that's gonna be the one after this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
you and I wanted to play 4 Metroid games.
Right.
If you're even still on board with that after this.
Right. I mean, I like Metroid. I do.
I do think you should expand your horizon a tiny bit, though. Like, you don't have to just enjoy Prime.
Well, no.
Like, what if you play Fusion and you like it just because it's, you know, a Game Boy side-scroller?
Right.
There's some of those you really like. I would just say it's more rare for you.
I mean, here's the thing is, I'm open to the games.
You just don't have the nostalgia for side-scrollers.
Well, exactly, and like, I think it's important to point out that Samus is my... cheating here.
I've never loaded one.
Okay, Samus is my second favorite Nintendo IP.
Character or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, brand, yeah.
Next to Star Fox.
Next to Waluigi, got it.
Next to Trauma Team.
What is Trauma Team?
It's a Wii game.
I've never heard of
You
it.
feel like you're like a...
Yes!
Oh, nice!
Now we have 3 life bars.
You're like a surgeon, people. And you have to perform surgeries.
Can you commit surgery wrongly on people?
You can, actually, and they die.
Really?
Yeah, and then
That's
you fail,
awesome.
then you fail the mission.
God dang it.
You can buy it on the Wii U eShop.
Really?
Yeah, Trauma Team.
What if you start performing surgery on, like, another doctor in the surgeon room?
There actually is one like that, I believe, where, like, a doctor becomes, like, in the story, I think if I remember correctly, a doctor becomes, like, he gets something.
Evil.
Yeah, and then you have to perform, like, a Yahtzee surgery on him to, like, cleanse his mind.
You're gonna, like, lobotomize him?
Yeah. Well, he's evil, you know? He doesn't agree with you anymore.
I like how your method of making someone not evil is lobotomize them.
Well, yeah, I mean, then they're not going to be evil. That's how it works.
That's a good point. Excellent point, Diane. Thank you.
So.
Yeah, no, you like Samus. You do.
Well, yeah, I do like Samus.
What's like sleep? Oh.
It's actually where you close your eyes and then you fall asleep.
Got it. I've never done that.
You've never slept before in your life?
No. So I was gonna say, just real quick, and this is not to like cut you off, but I do think that there's one thing we disagree on, which is just that, not to put any words in your mouth, but from the things you say about side scrollers, I think you mainly think that the people who like them are like nostalgia people who love like getting turned on by a hard challenge and stuff. Mm-hmm. And while I think that can be true, there are also a lot of people like me that I played Metroid Prime for about 2 hours, well, probably more like 4 or 5 hours total on demos in a store, because my family was pretty poor. Like, we didn't get a lot of these games.
Sympathy points.
Yeah, I need them. And so I played a lot of them in the store, and then same with, Fusion and stuff, and I really liked exploring the worlds.
Right.
And yeah, it was difficult, but it felt really cool to, find an elevator like this and go somewhere new and be like, okay, where am I now? Like, what's here? And a lot of that stuff with Metroid is actually what got me into it, was the exploration type stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes because of that, people have different patience levels for what they're willing to put up with that stuff. Like, to me, it's annoying, but I'm often willing to put up with some bullshit to explore a really cool world and find stuff. And I think that's why games like Dark Souls and this appeal to me. And it's not about, like, beating something hard and proving to other people how great of a gamer I am, because to be honest, I don't care. Like, if somebody thinks I'm bad at games, that's fine. I'm bad at a lot.
Right.
But, it's like to prove to myself, like, hey, I was able to beat that. Hey, I did that, and I found this thing. That's the stuff I like about some of these difficult games, Metroid, Resident Evil, like early Resident Evil's another one. Dark Souls, it feels so good to beat something and realize, like, hey, I got here and I did this, even if someone else did it.
Right.
I'm 100% sure you're right that there are a lot of people who play these types of games, though, because they're just, like, old game good. Mm-hmm. But I would say there's just as many, if not more, people who have the automatic attitude of, like, old game bad, too. And I don't agree with either of them, Like, look at Mario Party. The new Mario Parties suck. The old ones are just better games. And it's not because they're old, it's because they're better games. Mm-hmm. But then look at, Metroid Prime. Like, I honestly think the later games are better designed, because they were able to do more and stuff. So I think it just depends on what game it is.
Right.
Does that make any sense, what I tried to say?
You're saying it depends on what game it is and what kind of person it is.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think you can recognize this is a good game and not love it.
Yeah.
I mean, World of Warcraft is a good game. I don't love World of Warcraft. I just don't. I can't go through there. I think it's fun for the time I played it, but
Right.
And I get why people love it, but I just don't. And so
try dropping down
all the way.
Yeah, like from in here.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I think it just depends on what appeals to certain people, Like, is there anything you can do down there?
Speed boost? Huh.
So can you speed boost
from in here?
Yeah.
It kind of seems like you could.
And that, but I don't know how you would go down.
It went away too. You notice that?
Yeah, I did. Huh.
Let's see what this does if I speed boost.
Oh, like you just run through?
Then I end up back here. This is not where I need to go, is it?
I don't think so. Because I think you have to go down. Because if you pull up the map, see, it's below you.
Right.
And I think that
is it below this room or the one next to us?
It could be that other room over there.
On the left?
Yeah, like do you see that one hallway over there?
Yeah,
could
like
be
next
that.
to the save point.
Yeah. Could be over here.
Should I save again?
Maybe.
Alright.
Yeah, I get what you're saying about side scrollers. I think it's just
applies to anything, kind of.
Well, yeah, but I think it just depends on what people are into. Also, because if I for example, I'm not into World of Warcraft.
Right.
But someone else might be really into World of Warcraft, and they're not into this, right? So for them, it's like, oh, well, I have the patience for World of Warcraft to sit there for 200 hours every week to get one item, but
yeah, like a raid or whatever.
Yeah. But I don't have the patience to put up with this side scroller.
Right.
So it's like, but like to that person, World of Warcraft is amazing. But like to me, World of Warcraft is a good game. I just don't want to put up with it.
I think the problem I often have is people just go immediately to this thing is bad usually.
Right.
And usually the reasoning, if you actually pry a little bit, is it's bad because I don't like it.
Yeah, which I think is an unfair... I think that's an unfair criticism because it also goes back to what we preach about movies, too, where it's like people get so defensive with other people liking certain movies, and it's like at the end of the day, why do you care what that person likes?
Right.
Like if...
Am I supposed to be here?
I think so, yeah. Try going down out, and then down.
Okay.
And then go over. Because it's like at the end of the day, why do you care what I like? Like, for example, if I like Hacksaw Ridge, the movie,
right,
and you don't, like, let's say you watched it and you're like, I didn't really like it.
Right.
What does it matter? You know what I mean? Like, you didn't get into it, I did.
Right.
Why do you, like, why do some people, I guess what I'm saying, why do some people resort to, like, making fun of people is my point, where it's like...
you've had a lot of experience with that, the liking of stuff.
Well, I like some weird things, and, like, people make fun of me.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
And it's like, why do people resort to this stuff, where it's like, why do you care so much?
Yeah, I don't really know. I think that, trying to, like, see...
I don't know. It's like none of these paths are working.
I can't even tell where we are.
We're...
Oh, I see.
We're right here. There should be something there.
To the right?
No, there should be something where we are. A missile tank. Right where we are.
I already got that.
Oh. So then maybe that's it for here?
Well, like, what path am I supposed to take?
So, pull up the map. You have to go here. Supposedly there's a breakable floor right there.
So I do have to go over
We
there?
didn't see any. But that's supposedly what you have to do. Oh, it's that breakable floor with the running thing on the ground.
There was no way to break it, though.
I know.
Well, let me go back there. Why don't you wait a second?
Okay.
Because I'd like this to not be 500 parts.
Like our longest Let's Play for a 4-hour game.
Well, it just irritates me because I'd like to get through some games faster than we do.
Yeah.
Jump and shoot a missile straight down.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it's really difficult to do.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That's how you did it. That's how you did it. That's what you're supposed to do. So yeah, now you have to do it for those. Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you, but I do think the problem I have is that people take that stuff to extremes, just in general. Like whether it be I love this thing, I'm gonna attack anyone who doesn't, or I hate this thing, I'm gonna attack anyone who likes it, or it's objectively good or bad. Like I think all of those things are kind of dumb because I'm not saying this. Okay, get out of the way, man. I'm not saying this in a way like, look how smart I am. But I have a literature degree in, like storytelling and stuff like that.
Right.
And I think people often misunderstand that there are objective and subjective criticisms, and they both have value and are real things.
Right.
But there's also... I can't open this. There's also a point where it's...
You can't do it yet.
Yeah. There's also a point where it's just like, you like the thing.
Right.
And that's all there is to it.
You're gonna have to supercharge.
Like run?
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay. And that's okay too. Like if you like Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern, I don't really care.
And now go down. There you go. Right. But there's people out there that do.
Right, and
that's like, wow. It's like, okay.
If you're going to like die on a hill of like this is an objectively good movie, and the writing is objectively good, and people who don't like it don't understand writing and plot structure type stuff, that to me is where I'm kind of like, okay, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Like, it would be like, to me, not that I could never be right on something and you're not, because I know that that's kind of credentialism, but it would be like, to me, if you said, like, oh, well, there's more proof, you know, that the JFK assassination was from this.
Right.
And I was like, no. And it's like, well, I know that. I have, like, an informed opinion. Like, I've studied this.
Right.
And I'm like, no.
Right.
That's the other problem I have with this. Because, like, I'm not always right. But I find it very amusing to me when someone, like, who thinks... Someone who has, like, a... I don't know. Who, like, dropped out of high school is like, oh, well, I understand Catcher in the Rye more than you do. Or something.
Right.
It's like, okay, well... I don't know. It is art.
But they could understand it.
They could. They certainly could.
I mean, I understand Of Mice and Men pretty well.
I don't like that story at all. But, you know, like, that's another one. Like, good story. Like, that's well written. Good writing structure, everything. I hate that story. It just makes me sad. And I don't get a lot out of it.
Yeah, I read that back in high school. I was just like, okay.
Right.
You're going to have to supercharge, aren't you?
There is no way to do that.
Oh, wait. You got your high jump. So maybe there's something involved with that. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
I do not need more missiles.
You need more missiles.
Okay.
I'm like every Republican president ever. We need more missiles.
That's right. That's a good point, John. I was saying John F. Kennedy, but he's a Democrat, I guess.
Okay. Is this a boss? What is this guy? Oh, I think this is a boss, actually.
I don't think I can get at him right now.
Okay.
You?
No.
I think I have to go this way.
Okay.
I guess my whole point was it's very complicated.
Well, it's people need to stop confusing personal opinions for facts, you know,
Right.
and they also need to lighten up with other people and their opinions too, because also how are you supposed to get that?
But there are some facts.
I mean, there are some facts, sure, but a lot of times when it comes to media, like video games, movies, whatever, a lot of times I think we're gonna have to move that dude and then use this space to super run.
I don't know how to move him. There's a couple doors above me. Maybe I have to... Yeah, maybe we have to...
Okay.
Oh, also look at this. The morph ball can jump now.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's actually going to be pretty useful.
Oh, here's a Chode Master.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. A lot of it is subjective, but it's not all. Like,
no.
I do think it goes both ways. Like, there are... Like, you can analyze writing structure.
Right.
You can. Like, you can look at something and say, does this movie actually abide by a plot? Or, like, you know, how many plots are there? Are there so many subplots that they have to juggle so many plots that they leave loose ends?
Yeah, juggle morph balls.
Well, you can look at stuff and, like, objectively be like, hey, listen, is this question that they pose answered? Is it supposed to be? Mm-hmm. Is it supposed to be left open-ended? Or is it just not answered because they don't know?
Right.
You can look at that and go through some of that stuff.
Sure.
Also objectively, but at the end of the day, if someone enjoys the movie, right? If I enjoy Prometheus with all its faults, which I do, I still like Prometheus.
Right.
I can admit there's some bad stuff about Prometheus. Like, if you look at the Alien Engineers or whatever original script that it was going to be, there were some ideas in there that would have really fleshed out the movie, and I honestly think made people like it more.
Right.
But I still enjoy Prometheus, and at the end of the day, it shouldn't bother anyone. You know,
right.
That's what you're saying.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying, is it's like, you know, at the end of the day, if you like Prometheus, you like Prometheus.
Right. And you don't care that much if there's some problem.
No, like,
you may
why...
like a little, but...
Right. But, like, why do people get so butthurt about what other people like?
Right, I really disagree with the making fun of people thing. Like, I agree with that. Like, it really annoyed me, like, the stuff, like you said, when you used to say, I like the Star Wars prequels, and people would be mean about it.
Yeah.
And there is some bad stuff in the prequels.
Well, sure, but there's bad stuff in the original trilogy, too.
Yeah, so,
that
like...
people don't want to recognize.
I don't think it's, like, a big issue, you know?
Right.
Or I don't think it has to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just wish everyone would be more willing to just say, okay.
Yeah, just chill out a little bit.
You like this.
That's always been my thing. Just chill.
I don't like this thing, but you like this thing. Okay. Like...
Right.
Like, oh well. I shouldn't be like the god of that property to say who gets to like it or not.
Right, if someone likes Alien 3, they like Alien 3.
Right.
I could give you a whole laundry list of things that I think are bad writing in Alien 3. Mm-hmm. And I could also tell you about, like, subplots that I think Alien 3 dropped from the franchise that were very obviously because of studio interference and stuff.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't make you not like Alien 3.
Right.
That's always the thing that I say when we review stuff or when we talk about anything. Is I hate both extremes, right? I don't want people to look to me as like the arbiter of what's good or bad.
Right. You want them to look to like Mark Zuckerberg,
right,
for those opinions.
Right. No, like, you know, if I feel like I can explain my opinions well and justify them, and someone still might not agree with them.
Right.
And even if I present something objective, like an objective criticism of something, someone might not care, and that's fine. You know, I remember when we were kids, and there was something that I said about the Green Lantern movie. I always use that as an example of something we know is not very good.
Right.
But it was still fun, right, at the time. And I remember it was like, you were even like, yes, but I still enjoy it. And I think that that's kind of where I think this stuff should fall. Like, you should be able to agree sometimes if something has a problem. But,
right.
How do I... Is that a thing?
Well, I think you have to go up there for the objective, don't you?
I don't know, I can't get up there.
Okay.
Maybe I can go through here now?
Oh.
Give me a second. I just think, you know, it's a thing about just chilling out.
Well, yeah, it's like, what... Yeah, I don't know. My biggest thing is at the end of the day, why do you care?
Yeah, what do you get out of being mad at someone for liking something?
You like something, they don't like it. Or you don't like something, they like it, whatever.
Right. I agree.
You can go into your corner and watch the things that make you happy. They can go into their corner and watch the things that make them happy.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect anyone.
No. Do you have any idea how to destroy this?
No. Can you high jump up there?
Oh.
And then do this thing.
Yes. So...
There you go. There you go.
I think we both pretty much agree.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's anything we disagree on.
Well, the only thing I disagree on with you is I'm the arbiter of truth.
Right.
So everything I say goes.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So.
Thank you, Twitter.
Right.
You know, I think that it does go both ways, too, because, like, if everything was subjective, right? And I'm
then
saying
nothing will be.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, if absolutely everything was,
right.
There was no objectivity to anything.
Hey, pull the map again. You have to go up. So go back to the left on the other side of the save room. I think you have to go up from there.
Oh, like on
the other side.
Little room?
Yeah, I think there's something in here. Yeah, see, look at that. All those things are there.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Good thing catch. I'm here.
Good catch.
I'm actually the Metroid King.
The Metroid Arbiter of Truth.
I'm the Metroid Arbiter of Truth. So.
Oh wait, can I?
Oh, nice. You can just high jump it.
Cool. Yeah. So I.
Okay.
Okay. This game, man. My only thing is.
What is going on?
Well, there's no floor there.
I know.
If everything was up, I am going to absolutely attack someone right now.
Should high jump to the left. Okay.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
And then, can you like grapple onto the wall over there? No. Some things about this game are just annoying. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay.
Okay, I can talk now, finally. Sorry. If there was no objectivity, it also hits a point of what you say shouldn't matter to me at all.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my other problem, though, too, is that because if...
those bugs things eat
they'll
those.
eat that.
Yeah, this is like in Bug's Life.
That's true when the bugs
continue.
have sex.
Yeah.
You know, because at that point, too, it's like, let's say you come into the room and say, I like this.
Right.
I could say, I don't care.
Right.
You know, isn't that also douchey?
That is also very douchey.
Like, I don't think either of those is really great. Because I have no reason to care if everything was subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Why should I care that you like whatever? Like, what's, like, legitimately, like, what is one reason that I should care what you like or dislike if everything was subjective? There isn't one.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. So I think that it's kind of a complicated issue that goes both ways.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
That's not to sound like a narcissistic douche. I'm just saying, like...
What's even true anymore?
Well, no, if every single little thing was subjective, you come into the room and say, I like this thing, and you can offer a bunch of reasons you like it, and maybe even you can offer what you perceive to be evidence that it's good. But we both agree it's 100% subjective.
Yeah.
I could say all of your reasons are subjective, none of them matter, they're not my truth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the other issue I have. This kind of looks like the Prime suit.
It kind of does. I like this suit a lot.
This is the other issue I have with this stuff, is postmodernism introduced that idea. That there was no truth at all, especially with art, and that anything was great or terrible. And nobody had any opinion that mattered.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty dangerous opinion.
But that's what I'm saying, like, the extreme idea of, well, just let people like what they like, I think can lead to that, too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I don't like either of them. And like everything in life, extremes are bad.
Right.
They're, like, always bad. There's never, like, a good extreme.
Right. I agree.
Okay, what is with me in this button? I have, like, a fetish for this button.
Is there an objective thing that we can go to now?
I don't know. I see, like, the Hellfire of Brimstone over there, Victorian. Do you see something?
No, I don't. Are we playing, like, the original Metroid challenge run here? With no objectives? Change areas to no fair.
I'm trying, and I don't know how. Okay. So when you press A,
okay,
I don't know how to change areas.
Click select. Select to change areas. There you go. So now that's Kratos. This is This is Crater, Brinstar, and then we have to go to No Fair. Okay, so now there's no objectives here. Well, you got the suit, and remember the suit has an ability that you can use now. Because remember you couldn't use that ability or something.
Oh.
Because the suit didn't work. So what ability was that?
No, those are still not. Those still don't work.
Analysis inconclusive. So do you have to go back to that dumb Chode Master and then reattach that ability now?
No.
Because I don't even remember where that was.
No. It's incompatible with the current suit still. So I feel like you should look at where to go after the Varia suit.